Today is May 25th. We're coming off an off day and getting ready for a 3-game set against the Blue Jays. We got some sharp stats and some other stuff to talk about, so let's do it. Let's talk Yanks.
Talking Yanks with old Jomboy Jake. Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, theme, and hot takes. Get your Yankees news from these two fine dudes. It's time for Talking Yanks. Talking Yanks with old Jomboy Jake. Talking Yanks with old Jomboy Jake.
Hello and welcome to Talking Yanks. Thank you very much for joining us today. It's brought to you by DraftKings. My name is Jimmy. His name is Jake. And in the corner, we have producer BBD. We got some sharp stats. Got some other stuff to talk about. Some Yankees thoughts. And this one's brought to you by a sole patron. Chris Roche is what I'm going to say. Or Roach. But I think it's Roche. Thank you very much, Chris R. Jake, how are you doing?
James, BBD, everyone in the chat, Chris Roche, thank you for donating your soul. We appreciate it. I'm doing well, Jim. Always a little weird when there's no Yankee game on. A little, and just a little bit of a, we did our live monthly Patreon for the patrons last night, so that's kind of fun. But I'm doing well. I want to keep the good juju going. Yanks are hot in the street. AL East is hot in the street. So I'm excited to keep this race going and to not see Randall Grichuk, but to not see Randall Grichuk.
Okay.
Yeah.
He might be coming by the office. I don't know.
How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Had a nice morning in the shed. Appreciating my Tuesday, Wednesday schedule a little more now.
Yeah.
8 to 11 in the shed. And then it's only like a 20-minute drive here.
Yeah.
Nicer.
That's the plan.
Yeah. And then we got talking Yanks, talking baseball, pregame show tonight. That should be exciting. Pregame show, we got some prizes on the pregame show, so tune in for a chance to win some prizes. That's exciting. BBD, how are you doing?
I'm well. Yankees not playing was weird. I felt it more than usual yesterday.
We've been filling up the non-Yankee games, so it's almost it was more work than an off day for me. I had a 4 o'clock, a 5:30, and then we had a 7
calls.
So instead of sitting on the couch and watching the Yankees, I was on calls all night, which kind of sucks.
Missy girl. I know.
Kind of draining.
Yeah, it's not like the best way to do an off day. The Yankees are off. Let's fill up the schedule. Why is Johnny Knoxville trending? Did he die? I hope not.
It's always the question.
He's 50.
It's good.
Great. He's got a lot of gray hair, and he's 50. That's why he's trending. Can't wait to be there myself. He looks awesome. He looks like the grandpa character that I used to play. Look at this.
Should be some good content.
Doesn't that look like very close to the grandpa character he was
yeah.
playing 20 years ago? Getting real close.
Lean over.
All right, we got sharp stats. We're going to guess the lineup. We're going to do some cool runnings. We haven't had any news, right? They haven't met up. There's been no news since the last game.
We're assuming Stanton gets activated today. That's not confirmed yet, so we're waiting for the Yankees tweet, which traditionally they do it pretty much right before the lineups if they do, but
Not long before.
knock on wood. So we're expecting that, and then there's some paternity leave questions which we talked about. We'll see if those are in the great game, or we'll see if Mike 40 survives, or we'll see if there's something off the radar that we kind of didn't expect, but. Yeah, no, that's kind of it. I'd say the only piece of good news I stumbled into, because I remember, was it the last Yankees homestand? It was their longest homestand of the year, and we were like, come on, Yanks.
Yeah, it was.
You kind of can't do that to us.
It was 3 series. It was the longest home series of the season.
I've got good news for you.
Yes, I love good news.
They lied because we did White Sox and now we're doing Blue Jays. And then we do 3 at Detroit, which is still a homestand. And then we're back home, and it's Tampa and the Red Sox.
You're counting Detroit away as
Yeah.
homestand. Okay.
So, I mean, this is basically a 5-series homestand.
I'm worried about that Detroit series.
When you say worried, what do you mean?
I'm worried that the Yankees are going to use it as a rest series.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Tigers have been sneaky. I said on Talking Baseball that if the Tigers sweep you, you're dead.
Right.
So the stakes are high if the Yankees were to do like a rest series.
I
I don't think they'd get swept, but I'm just saying I can't go back on my word then.
Friday at the Tigers is Garrett Cole, so.
Okay. We had that at the Rangers, though.
And it would
Series
presumably
went well.
be the last time we face the Tigers, and we can't have our season end that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get through
So, there's just a lot on the line. They can get swept by any other team, and it doesn't mean their season is over. So I hope they act like it. Yeah.
They're high.
Yeah.
I enjoy them.
Tell them,
Series,
Garrett.
big, huge homestand.
Toronto should be they're banged up pretty bad, so this series coming up is fun. All 3 night games, that sucks. What are you going to do? We got a late
Watch
Thursday night.
them.
All right, let's go to the Sharp Stats topic of the day. It's brought to you by Hydrant. You got to stay hydrated. Jake just took a sip of his Hydrant. Man,
With the self-made stir.
be a good teammate. Take care of yourself. Drink Hydrant. Stay hydrated.
Need that.
Hydrant is a refreshing drink mix powder made with 4 key electrolytes: sodium, potassium, magnesium, and zinc. It's made with real fruit juice powder and no artificial sweeteners or synthetic colors. No nonsense, all science. They also have Hydrant Sleep, a new bedtime mix carefully formulated to promote restful sleep and hydration. Hydrant Sleep includes melatonin, magnesium, L-theanine, GABA, and chamomile to promote restful, high-quality sleep. Plus, it's backed by 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't love it, send it back for a full refund, and then I guess it would be a free sample if that's what was to happen. We've got a special deal for the listeners, 20% off your first order, or subscribe and save 30% off your first subscription order. Go to drinkhydrant.com/Yanks or enter promo code YANKS at checkout. That's drinkhydrant.com/Yanks. Enter promo code YANKS for 20% off your first order. Stay hydrated. Treat yourself to good health.
I like it. I want to get the sleep. Do we have the sleep ones?
I was wondering if we had them because I didn't want to accidentally take it in the middle of the day.
Right. I like to hydrate before bed. So.
You don't worry about pissing yourself while you sleep?
No, I'm pretty good. I've never been a middle of the night peer.
You wake up, bladder full.
Some days. Not like sprinting. I knock on wood. Pretty #blessed about that.
I wake up having to pee pretty bad.
I mean, I normally pee in the morning, but it's not like, holy smokes, time to go.
If I
It's not
sleep
like
in a
what's
little
waking
bit,
you
that's
up.
what'll get me up.
Okay.
Like if I sleep in until 8.
How do you sleep, BBD?
I mean, I've never had an issue.
Sure.
I wasn't like an advanced wetter
Okay.
or anything, but like I make sure I'm empty before bed, and usually it's like the first thing that happens in the morning.
Okay. So we got some good pee talk in.
Thank you, Hydrant.
Analytics on peeing. Now we will do other analytics.
Guys, what's up? It's Katie Sharp back again for another edition of Sharp Stats. And what I really wanted to focus on today is the improvement that the Yankees have made over the last month in May. And we know that the pitching has been awesome and it's just been incredible. But one thing I think that's been hidden has been the improved defense. And now you might be saying, well, how do you separate pitching and defense? Well, there's a really cool thing in StatCast. It's called outs above average. And what you can do is it separates the pitching from the defense by looking at the probability of the ball being caught based on the launch angle, the distance the fielder needed to travel, the exit velocity, and all that jazz. And then what they do is they convert that into a runs prevented number. So kind of like defensive runs saved, but more StatCast based. And the cool thing is that you can separate that by month. So what I did is I looked at the overall Yankees defense in runs prevented in April versus May. So check this out. In April, the Yankees ranked 28th in this runs prevented, outs above average runs prevented metric, and that was -8. So yeah, their defense cost them 8 runs in the month of April. Flip the calendar to May, and they rank first in May with 9 runs prevented, 9 runs saved. So that's a huge, huge dramatic shift. And I broke it down between outfield and infield. So their outfield runs prevented was 30th in April at -5, and they've improved to 13th in May with a +1 there. Infield, it's been even better. They went from 24th, that's -3 runs prevented, not really prevented, to first in the month of May with 8 runs prevented. And then one more thing I took a look at is the difference between the batting average on ground balls and the expected batting average on ground balls. And you guys know that statistic. You hear it a lot on the broadcasts. So I looked specifically at ground balls, kind of trying to isolate that infield defense. In April, the actual batting average they allowed on ground balls was 7 percentage points higher than the expected. That was 6th worst in baseball. In May, the actual batting average allowed on ground balls for the Yankees is 70 percentage points lower than the expected. So that's a huge drift. That's second best in baseball in May. So all I can say is that, yes, the pitching has been awesome, but don't forget about the improvement in the defense during this, the Yankees' recent hot run. All right, thanks, guys. Talk to you next week.
Wow. Man, every time we do this and Katie brings us some stats, I go into it like, yeah, the defense has been better. This should be good. And then she lays the numbers out there, and I'm like, what the fuck? We did this with change-ups last week. It was like the numbers were like, yeah, they went from worst to best. And now we're doing the same thing, month-to-month change? That's crazy. So, I tried to take notes. I wrote it down. I think I like that last one the most, but so they were ranked 28th in runs prevented as a team, outfield and infield, in April. And in May, they were ranked first, outfield and infield.
Yeah.
That's a huge change. I mean, that's very as close as you can get to worst to first without being worst. Third worst to first.
Third worst to first, which is really good. And, man, it's so, okay. Like you're saying, Jim, Katie Sharp is the queen of stats. She's the best. I don't know if I've reminded people in a while, but she's the GOAT. And, Katie's legit. Street cred from the Connecticut streets. Man, the one thing that we've seen has been Gleyber Torres. Gleyber at shortstop. It's been a noticeable change since the head dog puppy down run game. We've all also seen it when he fields the ball. He just gets rid of it. He does the little sidearm whip. Put some air under it, give your first baseman a chance, get rid of the ball, stop thinking about the throw, and, increasing the risk of error, basically. So I guess what makes me wonder where everything else comes from is, I don't know. I mean, there's definitely a first base factor. Jay Bruce was pretty rough at first base whenever he was over there.
Yeah, in April, it was a lot of DJ at first, Bruce at first, and very little Ford. Ford only started maybe 7. Let me see. I have it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in April. But in May, it's been Ford sparingly and Voit. So that's a big difference because Bruce, remember Bruce? Remember how bad he was at first base?
Every day.
We got about as much Luke Voit at first this month as we got Jay Bruce at first last month. Kind of the straight sub there.
Yeah.
Luke's played 11 total games, at least one DH game, so it kind of doesn't count. So let's say it's 10-10.
A guy who was not a first baseman playing first. Yeah, and then the outfield gets really interesting because, Hicksy, he's now out. So there's been some Guardian Center, probably more Guardian Center than April, I'd have to assume. but it is still fairly recent on that. And then I think the other thing that probably ties in is that Judgy got off to a slow start defensively. Very conservative, some quirky angles and some kind of weird Judge plays, and now we've seen him be pretty good. The arm has come out in recent series. He's running a little bit better. So I guess you put all that in the pot, and that's what you get.
Gardner's better than Hicks in center, I think.
He's
This
looked
season,
it, passes the eye test.
And Hicks only played 4 games in May. Gardner's played the rest in center field.
Like that ball, was it in Texas? Gardy tracked down a ball that was like,
He did one against the White Sox,
holy
too.
smokes. White Sox, Gardy's been great.
Yeah. I like that batting average on ground balls stat. In April, 7% higher than the expected. So, I'd say they were expected to have a 200 average on all the ground balls. They had a 207. The 6th worst in MLB. In May, 70% lower. Expected to have 200. They had 130. Math. 2nd best.
Math pod.
That's really good. That's really good change. And I wonder how much vaccine shots and sluggish play go hand in hand in those early April months. We know that they got the shots on April 8th and April 7th, and then they went to Toronto, or they played the Florida. Remember that Florida road trip? 3 in Tampa, 3 in Toronto? And we were like, this was hell.
Yeah.
All 6 of these games, that was right after they all got the vaccine, and after having it, I understand that is pretty crazy to try and go play a professional sport like a couple days after having that shot.
Like a whole team.
Yeah, and it matches up now, so I wonder how much that plays in. But
yeah, I'd say that last stack actually worries me a little bit because that feels like it's over the skis. I mean, 70% below the expected batting average. The Yankees' infield defense should be solid. Glaber's taken some leaps and has looked nice. DJ at short DJ at second's going to get to a ton of balls. Gio, Godley, Voigt's solid at first. I don't know. If that continues, cool, but I'd be pretty surprised. I mean, the Yankees' infield defense doesn't feel like that, but that could also be the kind of the case of your home team. You always, like, if defense goes unnoticed, that's a good thing. And defense kind of has gone unnoticed besides a triple play for a while now.
yeah, well, a lot of double plays lately. They been turning a bunch.
Yeah, we've gotten Rugi is better than DJ at turning double plays. Overall, DJ's probably still better defender. Doesn't really matter. So we're getting a few extra there.
Yeah, I don't know if 70%. I don't think they're going to be the best at that stat in the league, but I would hope they stay above average. I think they have the personnel to stay above average.
Yeah.
I mean, Gio hasn't won a Gold Glove.
And would you have said that a month ago?
No, the change in Glaber's been visible, even in the way he has been throwing the ball to first. Like you're saying, it's visibly different. It's less rushed and less cool. It's boring.
Yeah.
It used to be he used to and try to be cool about it.
Dial it up.
Yeah, he used to unleash it all the time, and now he's just kind of floating it when he can.
Yeah.
Which is what Didi said when they asked Didi, how many times do you think you've thrown the ball as hard as you can to the first baseman? I think Hoke asked him that one year, and he was like, 0. They're like, you haven't had to unload it? And he was like, no.
It's maybe a couple times a year.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, no. So, that's cool. Defense, how about it?
Yankees defense.
The best ever. We'll have to check in a month, see where we stand again.
Yeah.
But I think the major difference is Glaber's improvement and then not having Jay Bruce anymore. Because that was a horrible combo those first couple weeks, remember how bad it was?
Yeah, I mean, how many games did Bruce end up playing? Wasn't it 10?
He played 10 total games. I think all of them were at first base. Maybe there's a DH day mixed in. It's any balls that maybe now Luke would be able to help Glaber on. I mean, Bruce wasn't going to be able to help Glaber with any of those.
Yeah.
Not your fault, not a first baseman, man.
Not a first baseman.
He played 1, 2, 1. He started 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 out of the 26 in the sample size.
So 16 games. Yeah, I mean, even when it wasn't Bruce for a while, first base still felt bad. And I think production does tie into that, but defensively.
Because the alternatives are Ford, who's not a standout on the defensive end. He was the best we had at the time. And DJ isn't naturally.
DJ would go over there. Did Andujar get a day in April at first? I feel like I remember that, but
no, that was May 7th.
May the 7th be with you.
Yes. So Yankees are the best defensive team in the history of baseball. Confirmed by Katie Sharp.
More or less, yeah.
It's awesome.
I'm sure it's small sample stuff, but crazy just switch flip.
Yeah.
Way.
They went third worst to best.
Easy peasy.
Love it. Love it. All right. Thank you, Katie Sharp, very much for that. Appreciate that. What do you want to do next? You want to do cool runnings? You want to find the hottest hitter?
I think we find the hottest hitter.
All right. This is something we've been doing on our Tuesday shows is who's the hottest Yankee hitter and how far back can we go?
I feel like Glaber's got to be in the race.
Yeah, his last 7 would probably be the best.
Good 8 for 12 will do that on the freak end.
Glaber has surpassed Judge. I'm going last 10 days. 5 games played for Glaber. 1.465 OPS. 6.11 batting average. He's only played 5 of the last 10. Judge has played 9 of the last 10, and he's got a 406 batting average with 500 OBP and 1.094 OPS. So those guys are hot. It's going to be nice when we have like 4 people. We still are only at 2. Gardner's doing what he does well. The slugging isn't there, but he's got a 290 batting average. OBP should be a little higher, 333 on base percentage, but, the OPS is 720. But for Gardner, that's a 9-game stretch of decent ball.
He's hot. He will stay hot this series.
Keuchel
got him, but don't worry about that.
Judge in his last 13 games, 457 batting average. How far back do you think you can go with Judge having video game numbers? Like not like fake base, like 457 batting average, 537 on base percentage. It's not going to be a season total, like way above.
Probably like close to a month.
You think so? If I go back 20 days.
When was his bad week? I guess.
I mean, I feel like he was hot around the bad week.
So
yeah, on both ends.
And so what do you I don't know if this counts as video game numbers. I think this counts as normal superstar numbers. Last 18 games, 349 batting average, 438 on base percentage, 1.4042 OPS. Superstar.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of those are above Judge territory, obviously. 359, is that the batting average?
349.
349.
For a full season.
Yeah, but that's...
But a person can do that.
Judge been hot. Stan coming back today. Well, what's Stanton stretch? If you, you take this gap into control, what's this hot streak that Stanton can combine today? Say he has a 3-hit game. Was he hot? No, he was kind of cooling off.
He was simmering. Ben had hot. And then
yeah.
He was simmering.
His last 7 games aren't that great. Okay. Well, I will disregard that.
Disregarded.
Who's been the coldest?
Ooh.
I'm going to go last 15 games. Who's had the most plate appearances with the least amount of hits? Do you have a guess?
Most appearances. How many games?
I did 15 days, so the max amount of games is 13.
15 days. Least amount of hits is the question. I mean, it's probably Clint. He hasn't played at all. Does that count?
Clint has 7 hits in 30 plate appearances. So he would be tied for lowest. No, because Voit is the same. 7 hits and 46 plate appearances for Voit. Higgy has 1 hit in his last 19 plate appearances.
Higgy.
Ford, 4 hits. Last 16 plate appearances.
It's getting hot.
308 batting average, 438 on base percentage, 976 OPS.
Bombs. Be surprised if he's in a lineup.
I really want to know what they're doing tonight. The lineup. We know Stanton should be back.
Yeah.
So I might pick Stanton up physically, grab his legs, and kind of lift him enough to slide a piece of paper underneath his feet, at least. And I might drag him to the mirror.
I see pride. I see power.
And tell him, like, hey.
You might do this.
I might do this, yeah.
Okay.
And let him know, give him a little cool running speech. And be like, I see a freak of a human when I look at you.
Right.
And they say you were hurt for 10 days. I think they were just being overcautious.
Sure.
Let's go out there and prove that you can be the best baseball player ever without having to run at all. 3 for 3, 3 homers. That's what I see. Blue Jay, who's pitching tonight?
I think
Some
we're
suck
seeing.
job?
Hey, we're going lefty, Manoah lefty. Steven Matz tonight, your boy. Alek Manoah, the Jays prospect, getting the call, and then Robbie Ray.
So does he have a history with Mets from Mets Nationals days, or is there not a lot of overlap there?
It's Merlin's.
He does. Oh, dude, he crushes Mets. 17 plate appearances, 5 hits. 2 of those were homers. 1.145 OPS. So, yeah, Stanton, like, this is the perfect day to come back. Everyone's got an off day. You weren't actually that hurt. We're just being super cautious because, we got to be.
Now, do you think this is a chess checkers type situation?
Go on.
Like, Stanton was banged up.
Yeah.
They knew that when they IL'd him, it would bring him up to this Tuesday game versus Mats.
No.
So they said, hey, we got to get Clint and Andujar at bats anyways to figure out if either of these freaks are going to be on the team. So, Stan, why don't you chill? Mats is coming next Tuesday.
I think Toronto came into play, but not Mats. I don't think they knew.
I think they know.
But I think they were like, hey, well, they would have really liked him for the White Sox series, so no.
Didn't need him.
Didn't need him at all. But I think, back then they would have liked him.
You think
Anyway.
the Yankees want Stanton playing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm just putting him in the mirror and saying, like,
So it's you.
Fuck the shallow house stuff.
You're standing on an upside-down bucket of balls that you didn't realize there's 3 balls in there, so 1 rolled away, and Stan's looking at you like,
What are you doing?
come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yes.
You slid the piece of paper under him. You dragged him to the mirror.
No, I just lifted him up enough that I could slide a piece of paper under him if I wanted to. I didn't do it. That's just how high I lifted him.
You picked him up.
Yeah. That's what I said.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I have you doing it 1 foot at a time. I think he goes heavy on you.
Like a puppet?
He goes heavy and doesn't lift his legs.
No, I went real low. I grabbed him right above, wrapped his thighs.
Right.
So he's kind of sitting on my shoulder.
Stiff arms you down.
Yeah.
And says,
but
don't do that, little man.
all I need is this.
Right.
That's as high as I'm going.
He doesn't allow it.
He better be careful because he might fall, get hurt.
Then you fall on you, then you're both hurt.
Just saying hit home runs.
That's good.
I don't care. Don't run. I don't care if you don't run.
Stop running. Let's change the game.
I don't think I'd care if he doesn't run. Like, what's his speed bringing anyway? He's DHing,
Nothing.
and he didn't. Like, I would not care if they were like Stan's a base-to-base player right now. Don't give a shit.
I feel like they've said that. Where do you guys think Stanton stands speed-wise on Baseball Savant?
Has he run in the last 3 years? Like, do they have enough data? I wouldn't be surprised if they don't have enough data, to be honest. But in 2018, I think he was probably 70 percentile.
2018 the year. So what do you think he is this year? That was the original question.
No idea. I don't think there's enough data to make a guess.
BBD?
Probably
Why would
50th.
it
I
is?
think I would have guessed about 55 60th in 2018
Okay.
because that one I know there's a full season sample. Probably in the 30s this year. I don't know. I still don't fully get how they get that.
We looked it up. They get their
It's like the top.
their top sprints.
If
like the
they
top
have
10
enough,
second
if they have
window or
enough
something.
data on
They
him
do.
this year,
He's run the bases.
well, but like not. I bet it's probably like 10.
I think
Like,
I think if you
not
get to
fast at
20
all.
games,
have we
they
seen him
have,
sprint?
yeah.
I don't think we've seen him
We've
sprint.
seen what he has for a sprint this year.
Which I don't think is him sprinting. I'm gonna guess it's like 10% if they have enough data.
It's 13th.
Yeah. So what was it in 18 when he was actually running?
So last year, he was 24th.
Yeah.
2019, he was 55th. Is that hammy
He had
year?
enough in
That's when he
19.
was playing left
19. He
field.
played 18 games.
Right,
I would
they
I
can
would have
still
guessed
get your top sprint speed.
I would have
I
guessed
know,
you
but
need like 20 games to qualify.
Yeah,
or
I
something.
would've
just
guessed
because like
that.
even like one of those years, Wade or somebody like their number doesn't show up because they didn't play.
Yeah, it's not like an
I don't know what the
at-bats
number
thing. They
is.
just get your highest speed at some point.
Yeah.
And then
I guess speed's the first one they can get.
2018, he was 70th percentile sprint speed.
Oh, I nailed that.
So
Wow.
you and BBD were all over that one.
Yeah, sprint speed's kind of nonsense. He just doesn't sprint anymore. So they should just eliminate it. Like,
I don't know if he can.
does not apply.
It makes me laugh. Like some people, like how much it changes year to year with some guys. Like I've clicked through on there.
Benintendi's funny. He's just
Yeah.
slow as shit now.
Like, I think like DJ's not a fast guy, but he was in like the 60th percentile one of his Rockies years, and it like made me laugh because now I think he's 30, if that. Just made me laugh.
Yeah.
Cause like how does that change dramatically?
Well, Stan doesn't run anymore.
Yeah, Stanton, it makes sense. He's like been hurt.
Yeah.
But, like guys like DJ.
I'd like to lower that. I'd like to get your sprint speed to 0. 1 percentile. Hit only. And the playoffs come and you got to leg out a double, maybe, but I don't care.
I don't know.
Don't care.
I think that's out.
Stand up doubles only.
Yeah. Well, he hits the ball too hard for those anyway. So he's single home run walk. Fine with it.
So your speech is hit homers?
Yeah, hit homers. Don't run. Don't need you to run. If running leads to 10 days on the IL because they're being overcautious,
Right.
well, what's running gaining us?
Nothing.
So don't run. I think it's, a lot of fans are going to be upset about it. I think if you really crunch the numbers and think about it, you say, yeah, just hit. You should be able to run.
Right.
I'm not saying he should.
Incredible athlete.
Incredible athlete, great body, should be able to run.
We all agree what he should be doing.
Just don't do it, though. No point.
Great mirror talk. I think Stan's pumped.
I think he's been waiting for someone to say, just hit homers.
Yeah.
We don't care. We won't ridicule you if you don't run. Not worth it.
You will be ridiculed.
But only
we
by
won't
the
ridicule.
dummies. Not the people not doing the math on it, and obviously we're math people.
We're a math podcast. We always have been. Jimbo,
Yes.
I pick up the one ball from your bucket fiasco.
Mm-hmm.
Flip it to G. I say home run, singles, or walks. You got it? And he said, yeah, I just heard it from the other little guy. He
Yeah.
said, okay. Copy. He's like, copy?
Copy?
I say, yeah, copy. I'm bringing over a gentleman whose sprint speed is in the 10th percentile below Stanton.
Gary?
Luke Voigt,
Oh, yeah, he's slow.
my man.
Yanks are so slow. We did it already, but it's so funny how slow they are.
Oddly slow. It's not a good sell for a baseball player's athletes argument.
And I feel like the first time we did that, it was not even fully that they're slow. It was like, well, they have nobody who's like fast. But like, no, I think they are just full slow.
Full slow. A couple of these guys, yeah, I'm going to get Gary's after this, but seeing that Voigt is running slower than Stanton this year, I don't bring that up. I don't care.
Okay.
I don't give a crap. Say, Luke. What's up, dude? How you doing, big guy? Got one on the way? It's exciting, man. That's awesome. Happy for you. I'm happy for you. I ask how he's feeling. He says, I'm good. I'm good. Getting back into the rhythm. I'd like to see a few more drop. I say they're coming.
You say they're coming.
They're coming. And I say, Luke, picture this. See that big guy that just walked out? Stanton, who's all sorts of hyped up because Jom just got him.
Mm-hmm.
I say, Luke, is he good at baseball? I don't say that. That was just A-Rod coming through me. Luke, you're probably going to miss a couple days coming up. You're becoming a dad. If that's something I can speak on, I'm pretty well versed in that. It's exciting, man. Happy for you. Yankees starting first baseman. Coming off, winning the home run title in a baseball season. Catch your breath. Enjoy it. You got dad strength coming, dude. You already had strength. Now you got the dad strength going. Let's just start barreling balls. You don't have to go full Stanton approach, whatever freak show style he does at the plate. You put that bat head on the ball and it's going to go. So, have your kid. Enjoy it. There's nothing better than it. I love doing that. When you come back, let's get it. Let's get this bread. Because guess what? The Yankees love resting guys, and they're going to be trying to get at bats for Dew and Clint because they're trying to figure out who's going to play outfield for them. And if first base becomes a spot they can get at bats, they're going to start rotating Dew there and keeping you fresh because that's what the Yankees do. So don't even let that happen. Go have your baby, have fun, kiss it, and let's start barreling some balls up. Because the top of the Yankees lineup, Jim, if Stanton's back and you just hyped him up, Glaber's hitting.
Mm-hmm.
DJ, Judge, Stanton, Voit, Glaber, Gio, been hitting. We got 6 there. Guardy's starting to slap dick it around a little bit. Dew getting the singles game going. We're getting close to a lineup. And King Louis V, we're hot. You can get us hot, hot, hot.
Are you worried about Voit?
I'm not worried, but I don't want him to get into the worry zone.
I don't think he's close.
No.
I think he's just to see where he falls in the lineup, but Voigt's first baseman as long as he's healthy.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible for him to healthily not be in the starting first baseman position.
So long season. The Yankees are always up to funny business. Cherish every moment. And then we're going to start barreling balls. Maybe find yourself the porch. That might open things up for Luke.
First homer, only one homer. He'll probably pop some this weekend.
Be nice. Hell, do it this week.
Well, he might be out. I don't know.
Could be.
I don't know. You got to see.
Maybe he's out this weekend. Maybe he's out this week.
They might be having babies at the same time. That'd be interesting.
Same room.
That would mean it would be just Ford and Rugi.
Wade.
I don't know if they're going to start Wade that much anymore. I think they're going to like him off the bench too much.
Love bench Wade.
Yeah. It's the smart thought process, too.
Yeah.
He provides you more when you can drop him into the action than putting him as one of the 9.
He's been playing well, and you should reward that to a degree.
And in theory, you can still start him somewhere. You can start him at second when you want to take a guy out in the outfield and throw Wade out there.
Switch him out there.
Yeah.
Rugi in.
I think he'll get some starts. I just think they like bench Wade a lot.
That's
agree
their
they're
ideal
liking it.
role.
Yeah. Yeah, that's their ideal role. That's what I'd say. I mean, how many games has he played and how many games has he started this year? That's got to be funny math. He has started 9 games. He has played 30. He's coming to 21 games as a
So
pinch
later.
runner, defensive replacement.
In the AL.
In the AL, yeah. That's
Last,
what do you think that ends at? If he were to ride out the season, like, do you think it would be? What would that be like? He plays 100 games, he starts 30.
in that realm, probably bump it up.
I wonder what the biggest.
110.
I wonder
and
what the
40.
biggest disparagement in the AL is between games started and games played.
Katie. Reaching out.
Terrence Score. I don't think he's ever seen
think
a
he played that
summer.
much.
You're just a fall baseball player only.
Shows up in September. Playoffs.
I'm
Got to
interested.
be some good ones out there. KT, let us know. Tyler Wade, last 14 games, 6 starts. 350 batting average, a 381 on base, and an 831 OPS.
Hell yeah.
Yanks are 11-3 in those games. Let Wade eat.
Is Wade a winning player? Like in those 39 games he's played, the Yankees are
21-9.
and 7-2. I don't know what that was. Something different. Bench Wade. I like that. All right, let's guess the lineup for this upcoming Blue Jays series. I like doing this. I like thinking about it. And it's brought to you by DraftKings because this is just pick up Judge. He's hot. Fantasy sports. I think I just got the email, so I'm going to, let's see if I can, yeah, here it is. All right, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use promo code Jomboy when you do. And here is what everyone's thinking about tonight's MLB game versus Yankees and Blue Jays. Ooh, Jake. 93% of the money is on the Yankees to win.
I bet.
Would you bet the Yankees to win?
Yes.
They got to cover.
Yeah.
Okay. 88% of the bets are on the Yankees to win. Oh, this is kind of ruining the over-under for the pregame show. So I'll save it.
Wow.
Unless you want to know.
Keeping it.
54% of the money is on the over,
Oh.
but 76% of the bets is on the under. So a couple big bets on the over. All right. So when you download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use promo code JOHNBOY when you sign up, turn $5 into $200 in free credits with the other thing they have going on today. They're special. You can bet on a basketball team of your choice to win their next game, and if they do, you can claim $200 in free credits. That's promo code JOHNBOY for a limited time only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. New Jersey, Indiana, or PA only. New customers only. Wager paid out in site credits. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or in Indiana, 1-800-9-WITH-IT. If you want to ride the biggest chalk that I'm seeing, well, it's the Yankees to win. That's the... No. Cleveland Indians versus Detroit Tigers over. 95% of the money is on the over. That's the biggest one so far. If you're just like, I want to... Oh, nope. Orioles
Take
Twins.
it back.
Orioles Twins. 96% of the money is on the over in the Orioles Twins, and 96% of the money is on the A's to beat the Mariners. So if you just want to, jump off the bridge with every other bridge jumper, you just
Fade
go
to fade.
You go parlay. A's to win, Orioles Twins to go over, Yankees to win. Three bet parlay. You're golden.
Or if you believe in Vegas, you go the opposite way with it.
Yeah.
House always wins.
What do you think? Where do you think Judge ranks in DraftKings AL MVP splits? The
Odds?
Money. No, I have the odds. I also have the money bet on Judge versus.
So what are you
other
looking
candidates.
for? Percentage of money put on Judge?
Yeah, or odds. I have both.
I would say AL MVP favorite. Judge is probably plus 500. plus 600, and he's probably third or fourth.
He's third. No, well, they have this in a weird order.
Weird order. Oh, boy.
He's fourth, tied with Trout for plus 1,300. Vladdy's plus 500, but they have him 10th right now because I guess not a lot of people are betting on him. But Judge is currently fourth in AL MVP betting.
Like that.
That's awesome. And Garrett Cole is second in AL Cy Young. Got some winners.
Pretty good.
Winners on the team. I like that. What do you think the lineup is today? So Stanton's back. First question I have for you. Stanton's just going to go back to the 2-hole, right?
We are assuming Giancarlo Stanton will be back, DHing, and hitting second.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that means
Because he likes to hit second, and Judge likes to hit third.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the Yankees didn't acknowledge that for 2 years.
They didn't understand it. What are you guys saying? So DJ, Stanton, Judge.
DJ. Do we have a DJ position?
Second base. I guess we got to round that out first to see.
Yeah.
DJ, Stanton, Judge. Because if Voit is out.
Right. Or DJ's out.
Or DJ's out.
We'll assume no births today.
We'll assume no births today. Yeah. DJ, Stanton, Judge.
What would the birthday be?
Cleanup's got to be Glaber, right?
May 25th, 525. That's kind of a good birthday.
525.
I like that as a birthday.
It's my cousin's birthday.
Now I don't like it.
Do you like your cousin? Okay. Wow.
Whoa. She's a kid.
How old?
Whoa.
She's 11 today.
Oh,
Yeah.
tough age.
Yeah. Tough to be likable.
Yeah, it's a tough age.
Happy for them.
DJ, Stanton, Judge. Glaber's got to be cleanup, right? He's on fire.
Ooh, reward him.
I would like Glaber to be cleanup tonight, and then I'd put.
Or do they leave Gio because you don't mess with Glaber? Has Gio been solid or no?
I don't know.
Let's
But
see.
Gio has been batting cleanup like every game he's played for the last 10 games. So
Right.
yeah.
And the formula's been working a little bit. Yeah, he's been hitting enough. Let's see.
But then you got to drop Voit to 6th. I guess they can do that. They don't care.
Gio hasn't been hitting a ton.
I'd slide Glaber up to cleanup, but I don't care if they don't. What do you want to do? You want to leave Urshela batting 4th?
I think they slide Gio down.
Okay. So Glaber's cleanup and then Voit 5.
Would they put Void above him to try to spark him? Protection with Glaber?
So again, Voit below Gio? Behind Gio?
DJ,
Yeah.
Stanton, Judge. Do
Yeah.
you think they'd go Voit with Glaber behind him?
Because
Because Voigt's big and strong and Glaber's hot right now.
I wouldn't be surprised by it.
Okay.
I'd put Glaber in the 4-hole.
Okay.
So who's on the mound? Matt's
Matt's
righty.
on the mound.
So where are they going to put Gardy? Because he's Matt's is lefty.
Yeah.
So they don't give a fuck then. So then it's DJ Stanton, Judge, Glaber, Voit, Gio, or Gio Voit. The first 6 are going to be righties then.
Yeah. Kluber, so we're assuming Higgy.
Yeah, just to put Higgy in the 9-hole. And then it's either
You don't think they put Gardy after Higgy?
no, maybe.
I think they might.
I'm trying to see.
Punch Matt's right in the face.
Yeah, Higgy's been batting 8th. He batted 9th a couple days ago when Gardner was batting 2nd.
Of course.
But then
the lefty, I guess that would be realistic, right?
you got
I think so.
Higgy then
And you
Gardy.
try to do the lineup rollover thing with Gardy.
Gardner 9. I don't care if Gardy. I'd rather Gardy 9. I like speed in the 9-hole. So Higgy 8th, Gardy 9, and then 7-hole.
You'd assume Andujar, but
Andujar or Clint.
60-40 on that.
What the Yankees will do, 50-50. I have no idea what they're going to do. What I would do is I'd start Andujar because he's been hitting. He's been on a roll.
Clint had a day when the one full game he's had back.
He did have a good last game, Clint, for
Clint
sure.
had a good last game, and Andujar did not.
So if Voit or DJ are having a baby, all you do is you put Rugi in and take them out. If it's Voit, then DJ goes to first, Rugi goes to second. If it's
Do they
DJ,
go forward?
I don't think so.
No, been hitting.
If it were today, I don't think it is.
If
They
neither of
love
them
to
on
use
if
up an
neither
asset.
of them are on paternity leave, who gets replaced by Stanton?
We're assuming Ford.
Knowing that they're going to go, because then can they bring him back up? If it's can they replace a paternity leave guy with someone who's
We never got an answer.
Yeah, does the
on that.
paternity leave
10-day
count
rule?
as an IL thing?
You'd assume not.
I don't know.
I'm like 60-40 it would count, but that's me telling
Couple
you I don't know.
60-40s. Command, find, paternity.
Someone's mad at us for saying Andujar's been hitting in the chat, but he has been hitting.
Kind of. The stats
He's
we
not, like,
did this a
popping.
little bit. I mean, if you include last game.
294 batting average. I'll take that in his last 9 games
Right, but
since he got his first hit of the season.
294 on base as well. He hasn't gotten a walk. 618 OPS. He's got Torreya's numbers right now.
Clint Frazier, literally the worst player at his position in the entire Major League Baseball in 2 months of playing.
Yeah.
Clint hasn't done this 9-game stretch all fucking year. So, yeah, we've had a void of hitting. 294 batting average is the best we've seen in a 9-game stretch at left field.
His last 9 games, Clint has a higher on base and a higher OPS.
But Clint can't catch.
They both
And
have their perils in left field.
Yeah, but one's not a left fielder.
Right.
How spaced out is that Clint stuff?
May 11th through May 23rd.
But then he took the
Just
5 games off.
Yeah, with the next stuff.
I'd go Andujar. He's been barreling balls up lately. Because that Clint stretch is a big gap. It's not 9 games straight.
Right. There's a 5-game gap in there.
Yeah,
With an injury, we've assumed. We're told.
we were told. Kind of.
And he had a good last game. So, yeah, I mean, I'd lean Andujar, but go either way with it.
I'd go Andujar. I think there's more upside with Andujar's bat right now. Because in that stretch, Andujar has only 2 offers. And Clint's got 5. And 5 days off for injury. So that Clint stretch is more butter knife than Andujar's, which is just straight up.
Clint was hurt.
Yeah, but it makes sense what I'm saying. Andujar has attributed
He's
to
been
the last.
it's been a single every game pretty much.
Yes.
Which has been better than our left field production.
Yes.
So I very much understand that.
I'm just saying that guy in the chat saying Andujar hasn't been hitting. He has.
Yes. From what we've seen from Andujar and what the numbers say are slightly different stories. You'd expect Andujar's numbers to be a little better from the way he's been playing.
You just expect a little more power, but 294 batting average, I mean, we'll take that right now.
Right, we'll take that, but
I'm with you. But it's not like he's hitting so hot that we can't reward Clint's last good game and give him another one. I would be on board for Andujar, but the defense is a wash.
Yeah, this is the best
It's the best
continuous
9
9-game stretch we've had by a left fielder all season.
And I think was Andujar's last game like a dud game? So you take that one out, then it's 8 games of probably higher than 294. I could be remembering wrong.
Say that
Andujar's
again?
been solid.
I think his last game in that 9-game stretch was an 0 for game. So
Yeah.
if you want to play with the numbers a little more,
Oh, yeah, if you want to butter knife the
the butter knife, the
8 games, it's 333. No power walks, but, I mean, we're dealing with 2 guys that aren't a position that's been the worst in MLB for the Yanks. Now the first base is somewhat better. Left field is the big thing. I wonder if they're going to announce a trade soon, like a bit piece trade. They got to do something. They can't ride Gardner and Wade as the backup for 2 months before the draft and the deadline.
Man, I went back into it today because the only name that really jumped out was Michael A. Taylor on Kansas City. I tried to dig a little deeper for center fielders. The name that would really excite Yankee fans and would be the big move for them would actually be Whit Merrifield, who I know Yankee fans have been excited for a while. His contract is kind of coming up, and he's older than you'd think. I think Whit's 32. So if Kansas City really falls out, that would actually be the sexy move, and he's played a good center field when he's played out there. Man, and this is, we've hit you guys over the head with this a little bit, and it's part of why Brett Gardner has been so valuable. Dudes who play center field aren't out there, man. I mean, the list is like shocking. Shocking. Because, I mean, hell, even Michael A. Taylor, like, his numbers ain't great. He's just kind of a body that's going to catch fly balls and hopefully give you an at-bat. But he's got a career 686 OPS, 714 versus lefties, so that would be your Gardy sit day, which is kind of around a league average guy. But
I still don't think that would happen for a while.
Yeah.
The DeShields one is, I mean, there's probably other AAA guys that just aren't on our radar.
Yeah, I looked at our guy Oscar Mercado has been at AAA, and he's actually been sucking. So, yeah, I mean, cash is scrounging because right now it's Gardy and Wade.
Yeah, and if he's not making a trade until whatever, 2 months, they got to get someone. What's DeShields been doing in the minors? Didn't people say he's been doing well? And I think he's got no options, and it'd be a 1 year thing for Delino.
Honestly, have we gone too far? Is it just Greg Allen?
Greg Allen is on the minor league injured list.
Yeah, he's hurt.
So he's hurt.
He's got some. I forget what
Do we
exactly.
know when he's back?
I believe he's a quad or hamstring or something.
DeShields been crushing it at Round Rock. 365 batting average, 441 on base percentage, 1 dot in 13 games, 60 plate appearances.
Round Rock stats, baby.
But yeah, I don't know if he's going to make a trade or not, but I would guess he does something. I don't think it's, I mean, unless it's, I don't think it's going to be Florial. Why'd they rush Florial from AA to AAA?
Get him at bats. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But the DeShields thing, that's the only one that could happen soon. I believe he has an opt-out in his minor league deal for June 1. So it would be, you send him nothing.
Just let it ride out.
Oh, so then you can wait
on
till
him to opt out, or the Rangers will flip him for anything.
Send him a little pigeon with a note that says opt out. Sneakily. Can't let the pigeon know it came from the Bronx. And then you just sign him to some stupid
I kind of like it being a big pigeon. A big Bronx pigeon.
Oh, one that walked in wet cement, so his foot's all mangled.
Yeah. Limited toes.
Yeah. So wait for that. Unless there's someone else. I think they got to make a bit move. Like, they're going to run Gardy into the ground. Then if they run Gardy in the ground for 2 months, then they have to trade for someone that's going to be like an everyday center fielder because.
Yeah, or maybe, hey, I'm looking to get Wade a start or two. Here's your lefty, Wader. Knock yourself out. How about this? If the Yankees win the first 2 games of this series, Tyler Wade starts in center field.
We said that last time.
Thursday versus Robbie Ray.
Didn't we say that last step? We said that the third game will be a Tyler Wade in center. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if we said that.
I think we did because we were like, Wadey's gonna play if they win the series in center field. For sure. Chuck Callow. All right, so I mean lineup.
Chuck.
Oh, we're always wrong. Last time we did this, we were like so excited with what we came up with, and then it was the most bizarre lineup ever.
Yeah, they went with completely different
Players.
off days and
Yeah, Ford snuck in there, and we said Ford's definitely going to ruin this, and Ford got in there.
DJ, Stanton, Judge, Glaber, Voit, Gio. Gio at 6 is pretty deep. Andujar, Higgy, Gardy. The only thing I could see them doing is they've been using the 7 hole to put someone they like more than the 6 sometimes.
So you put Gio at 7?
Yeah, where they throw like Andujar ahead of him. They've been doing that, or they were earlier in the season to get like some protection for him a little bit, or just make it not a zapped 7, 8, 9.
Not in theory, just your 3 worst hitters in a row.
Yeah.
Is there slight subject question change? If it's DJ who's the guy out with babies, they do the leadoff Luke thing with Stanton back, and all of a sudden you're starting Luke, Stanton, Judge, 1, 2, 3. Fun for video games.
If DJ's out,
if it's DJ
and
out,
Voigt's
what do they
not,
do with the leadoff spot.
I think Voit bats leadoff. We already saw that once, right?
They've done it once this year, yeah. A couple times last year.
Yeah, just OBP. Get him at
Just
bats. Get him into the flow of things.
In theory, Stanton behind him gets some more strikes.
Can't wait to see 3-hole Gardy when the Yanks post the lineup.
Yeah, just to spread out the lefties.
Sorry.
Perfect.
It is DJ, and they go Voit, Stanton, Gardy.
Wade leadoff.
Been playing well.
All right. That's the episode. Make a big... never mind. Dorita. Bad trade. I'm interested in all the roster move stuff. If who replaces Stanton, if we have paternity leave stuff. I wish they would have tweeted some shit already. What if Stan's not on? How big of a oh fuck moment is that? Maybe not huge, but definitely something.
It wouldn't be an initial oh fuck. It would be like maybe they're waiting for the paternity stuff just to do the roster juggle.
Yeah. Hey,
So
well,
don't
give
have
us
to-
one more day.
Yeah.
They don't have to lose Ford for 10 days if they're like not allowed to do the paternity 10-day stuff. I think he's back sometime either today or tomorrow.
Be nice to get him back for Matsy. Hits him well.
Yeah.
All right. See you guys. Thank you very
Yes.
much for tuning in. We will be back for the pregame show tonight on the YouTube channel. Goodbye. Go Yanks. Tell them Grams.
Go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees! Let's go Yankees!
Mason Williams might get called up for